It takes effort to make an object that large be able to do a controlled reentry. This is a very large upper stage. It's the size of, well, think of an unloaded semi truck. It's about 30 meters long. It weighs about 22 metric tons. And that's going to have a lot of material survive. About 9 tons we estimate will survive. And of that's kind of equivalent to dropping 3 pickup trucks on somebody's head or crashing a small airplane. Now, it won't all come down in one piece. But for something that large, you usually have to take steps to be able to bring it down. This is the second largest uncontrolled reentry in the last couple of decades. The previous one was the previous version of this launch last May. And that one rained pieces down in Eastern Africa and did some damage, I believe. Didn't injure anyone that I know of, though. Most of the debris will be the stuff that one guy or a couple of guys could pick up and throw in a dumpster. Some of it's going to be big. And there was a pipe that fell from the last one that was, from the photos, I'm guessing, maybe 15 feet long, just as a guess from the photos. And that was big. That would have ruined your day if it had hit you. So it's really hard to say what will happen. But most people, you're going to be fine. I usually use this as like winning the lottery. The odds that you will win the lottery tonight are really low. I'll bet my paycheck you will not win the lottery. I won't make the bet that no one will win the lottery. That's a different bet. And so while the individual risk is, the risk to everybody is probably not that great. It's probably on the order of, a few per hundreds or thousands. But the risk, we don't do this. That's too high a risk. We do this often enough, and you're going to get somebody. But tonight, if I were predicting the reentry were right over my head, I'd run outside with a camera. It'd be great. It'd be spectacular. So that's the level of risk that we're looking at, is that the individual risk is such that don't sweat it. Go to bed. Read about it in the morning. There was enough reaction to the last one last May that most people thought they would have learned their lesson and not done it again. And but apparently they have. So they're 2 for 2 with this particular design. So the question that people have asked is, did they not plan for this? And if not, why not? But the Chinese haven't said. It's entirely possible they did plan to do a controlled reentry and things went wrong. That is entirely possible because space is hard. And that reentry over Portland about a month ago, that one was another uncontrolled reentry of a much smaller upper stage. It had been planned to have it deliberately re-entered, but something went wrong. So, space is indeed hard. But if that's the case, you would think the Chinese would just say so. But there isn't a means of saying, okay, a reentry occurred. Now, therefore, send out this warning. No notice to airmen is going to go out saying debris falling through your airspace. No notice to mariner saying, keep an eye out. Stuff may be falling in the vicinity of your ship. Nobody's going to trigger an air raid siren or civil defense thing saying stuff falling. That mechanism does not exist. And hopefully we won't have to exist. If people follow these norms of behavior, you don't need to set up such a system.